So this post is for anyone that has been cheated on, and I am hoping that it helps someone down the line and hope no one repeats my mistakes in the future. So 8 months ago, I found out the girl I had been with for almost 6 years was cheating on me. Here's how it went down. I had paid for a cruise trip to go to Bahamas, Haiti, and Jamaica. I really needed this vacation because I didn't get to go on a Christmas break. I had traveled across states for her winter graduation that Christmas. This trip was important because spring break was a good break away from my medical school studies, and I thought it was also important because she supposedly had roots in Jamaica through her father, and I wanted her to explore her roots, something she never got to do. On the last day of the cruise, she was sleeping with my headphones connected to her phone. TikTok was playing in the background, and so her phone was not locked. I immediately had like a sleep paralysis and felt something holding me down, almost pinning me to the bed. I heard a voice simply say, "I am going to release you, and when I do, you just go straight to her photos." Soon as I was released, I went straight to her photos, and all I saw were multiple sex videos with another man over the span of 6 months LMAO. Of course, she cried and begged and pleaded not to leave her. She even suggested moving to the state where I was, even though she had turned down that offer when I suggested it to her, citing that she would be unhappy. I was willing to work and go to school and take on the rent and split utilities with her, and all she had to do was seek therapy for her mental health struggles, all in the name of love LMAO. Mind you, during this time, she was also living at my mom's house because her own mother had kicked her out while I was studying for medical school entrance exams. When she moved in, she actually emotionally cheated on me during COVID season, and I briefly told her to move out, and we reconciled 2 months later. And soon after that, I actually got into medical school and had to leave my home state. So after I cried, laughed hysterically, and even punched the bathroom glass and had to get treated on the cruise ship, this girl tried to off herself on the ship. So of course, I had to rush to her side and get her medical attention. When we got back to the States, I asked her to move out. She lied to me many times about blocking the AP. She instead blocked me. When I confronted her about it, I found out even more affairs. While we were on the cruise, she was actually texting someone else and exchanging nudes. Not only that, when we came back to the States after I had discovered her infidelity, she actually went to go see that guy she was texting on the cruise. 2 weeks after that, she actually went on a date with such person. After I had expressed my suicidal thoughts to her, and she told me that she is so sad, that she was going to go drink, but nah, she went on a date LMAO and made me feel bad for it. Oh, remember how I went to her graduation? Oh yeah, the very next day she said she had to go take care of her little sister and left me that night. Come to find out, she actually went to a hotel with the affair partner. Oh, BTW, the affair partner is an abusive drug dealer with multiple baby mamas. Also, during the time when she was cheating, I knew something was off. When I would go back home to visit, which I did regularly because she couldn't drive across states, sex was more infrequent. During dates, it would seem like she wasn't present. She will lie about silly things. Speaking of lying, LMAO, I found out she booked a hotel, and when I asked her about it, she claimed it was for her and her friends, when in actuality, it was for her and her man, LMAO. And on top of that, she was borrowing money from me, so essentially I was paying for her and her man's accommodations to get their freak on. When I expressed how her lies did not foster trust, especially after she had emotionally cheated on me, she spun it. When I expressed how